Hi everyone, welcome back to Hope and Coffee. I'm Hope and Coffee, and it's just a little bit overcast today. Not too bad, but I am kind of hopeful we may get a little bit of rain. It's been probably about a week and a half since we had a really good downpour, and I would love a beautiful storm to roll through and just there is a mood about a beautiful storm like that. But today, I wanted to talk to you not only about just my weekend. I had a pretty good weekend, but about a date that I had this weekend that went surprisingly well. Because I don't know if I told y'all, but about 2 months ago, I kind of took myself off the dating apps. I wasn't really super interested in kind of continuing to pursue that. I was casually talking to a person, and even though it was nothing really exclusive of any kind, I just kind of wasn't in the mindset to really pursue anything additional. I just was kind of like, you know what, I'm not really interested in anything of significance. And so as we got closer to the end of July and into August, I was seeing, I decided probably last week or so, I was like, you know what, let me just open up the dating app and just see if the, I guess, climate has changed in the dating world that is known as Huntsville, Alabama. And honestly, I don't really know if it's changed or not, if my perspective has changed or not. But I did end up matching with, I don't know, a pretty decent handful of people. And I mean, as things do, you match and you kind of have either casual conversations, hit and miss on whether you're gonna even connect to go on a date or not, or you either they're like, hey, let's go grab drinks right now, and I'm like, no, it's 8 o'clock at night, I'm getting in bed, sort of thing. Because I do not enjoy going out to dinner at 8 o'clock at night when I know I wake up at 5 a.m. to go to work. Right? Well, I don't go to work at 5 a.m., but I get up at 5 a.m. to get ready. And so, anyway, matched with a gentleman. And again, he's kind of younger than me, so wasn't like I wasn't sure if the connection was going to be decent or not, but he was pretty cute. And honestly, text messaging, he was very communicative. I was impressed that he was able to hold up his side of the conversation. I was like, this is impressive. And he actually was like, you don't ask very many questions. And I was like, honestly, it's simply because usually guys are not very responsive. They don't usually like to answer questions. I had just gotten out of the habit of asking guys questions because, for the most part, if I did try to ask questions, they usually blew it off or didn't want to answer or something. So I had just kind of gotten out of the habit of even asking questions because I had gotten responses like, oh, well, I'll just tell you in person, or we got a safe conversation for when we meet. And I'm like, I think we're going to, if we meet in person, then conversation will probably feel fairly organic. I don't know. I've never had a problem figuring out conversation topics with someone in person unless I just am not interested in them. And then that's a struggle. However, if you're communicating with me via text and we feel like we can connect it on that sort of texting level, then that helps me kind of build a baseline of how to communicate with you in person. That's how I'm able to do it. So, met him, great guy, super nice, such a gentleman. Honestly, great day. So I was super impressed. Would I go out on a date with him again? You know what? Heck, sure. I certainly would. He's got a good job. He actually even has a house. Super impressed. Has a pretty good vehicle. I don't know. I'm not sure where the red flags are yet, but he seems like he has a pretty good head on his shoulders, and he seems to be a fairly decent individual. So I haven't figured it out yet. Again, we've only gone on the one date, and it turned out pretty well. So I guess we shall see. We did make plans for the upcoming weekend to see how that goes. And I guess we will just go from there. And yeah, I mean, honestly, I don't even have anything like bad or funny or silly to really have to say, except that I didn't wear the right shoes. We went for a walk after brunch, and I wore what I would call like tennis shoes, but they were not shoes that I had really walked long distances in before, so they did rub blisters on my heels. So by the end of the walk, even though I completed the walk and we had a great time talking and just really getting to know each other, I had blisters. So that was not great fun for me. But I was able to laugh it off. I just put band-aids on my heels when I got home because there was no fault of his, because I had already known we were going to go for the walk. I just underestimated my shoes. I was just glad that I didn't wear like uncomfortable sandals or something like that. Was a little more humid, so I kind of do wish that we had also brought water with us, but we did grab Sonic afterwards, and we were able to rehydrate afterwards and then also go get pizza as well. So all in all, a very good date, and yeah. So again, nothing really negative to say. We shall see what the next what the next encounter may bring, or if I get ghosted, because that would be an interesting turn if I had what I would call it. Okay, I wouldn't call it an A plus date. Definitely, I would still put it an A. It's an A category date. However, if I get ghosted, that would be hilarious. I don't know. It would just be a whole thing, wouldn't it? And that would be my luck. Is I would have put myself out there and had a really good time. Because you know what? It's actually happened kind of before with a guy that I went on a date. The date went fantastic. Probably would have called that date probably an A plus date. We were laughing and joking, having a great time. And then the next day, he kind of flaked on plans that we had made, and then yeah, kind of ended up ghosting. And I'm like, what the heck just happened? Because we had had a super great date, and he seemed totally into the situation, and then fell off. So I'm not going to say it has not happened before, that I have had what seemed to be a mutually fantastic date, only for it to, after the fact, I don't know, go up in a puff of smoke. So we shall see. Who knows? I am cautiously optimistic, because you know what? Like I said, this is a new month. This is a new me. I have a new mindset, and we are just going to be a little more hopeful, because remember, this is Hope and Coffee, right? Anyway, have a great one, and I will see you all on the next page.